Hey guys, welcome back. It's doing another quick overview video of the new to me Sinn U2W, which is a limited edition by the North American um, distributor of Sinn watch buys. I think there's 100 of these that are going to be in North America, and I believe 50 are going to Japan. I could be wrong on where the other 50 are, but it's out of 150. Just quick specs on this. Again, this is a standard U2 with just a few modifications. So it's a 44 millimeter diameter, 15 and a half thick, and you're looking at about a lug to lug of 50.2, 0.3. Sometimes you can do that. It is all in their tegimented PVD submarine steel. So this is nice and heavy, looks great. This is a pure white dial. There's no silver. It's not anything crazy. It's just white, and the contrast is beautiful because you've got the tegimented bezel with the white inlays. The white markers, I should say, and that really brings out the contrast and makes it a lot easier to read. We've got the domed sapphire crystal, which is standard in a U2, allowing it to get to the 2,000 meters. The movement in this, if you notice, it doesn't have the GMT complication, but and because of that, it's no longer the ETA movement that's in here. It is the Sellita SW300, which is a clone of the 2892, I believe, ETA movement. It's pretty cool. It still has a copper sulfate capsule filled with argon, as you can see right here. Now this bezel, I'm a bezel freak. I love that bezel action. It is nice and tight, and it might be because it's new, and it still displays the standard U1, U2 backlash, if you will. Let's hear that. It's very cool, and the minute I saw this, I was very attracted to it, and I grabbed one. Again, black PVC, tegimented. It's going to be a daily, and I'm not going to have to worry about it with Sinn. So this is, I think, the epitome of my diver search from Sinn, along with the UXS. I'm a sucker for sword hands. So white dial, black lume markers that all glow green. So it's exactly the same in the dark. Very cool. Other than that, it wears really well. It is heavy. It's around 210, 12 grams size for my 7.3, 7.35 inch wrist. And it's comfortable, and I love the bracelet. This came in more of a presentation box than the normal cube from Sinn. It came in a presentation box with the tools, the warranty card, the manual, a NATO strap from Sinn, as well as the tools and extra strap pins. I love it. I think at this point I've seen enough of these to know what I'm after. Everything is really cool. I'm also glad for the attention to detail on the date wheel, that it's white, so it matches, and from far you can see it's almost perfectly symmetric in the dark. One thing I really think Sinn needs to improve on is they have this crazy engineering, crazy amount of engineering put into their watches. Lots of technology, the AR, the copper sulfate, the tegimenting. I mean, this thing is built for a beating, right? And they're pretty robust. The one area where I feel like for how much these cost, for how much engineering goes into them, that they still need to improve on, and drastically and soon, is the clasp. Now, this bracelet is 22 millimeter up here at the end links, tapers down to 20. And it's cool, but the stock clasp, in my opinion, sucks. It's stamped. Sure, in this case it's tegimented, but it's stamped. It's super cheap. It doesn't have a quick release clasp. It's got 3 micro adjust holes, which is not enough because Sinn doesn't make a half link. So sometimes if you're stuck between them, you can add a link and it's too loose, or you can subtract the link and it's too tight. So on this one, I got excited because I had, and it might be blasphemous, but again, for me, it's more about I'm going to wear this daily, so I don't care unless the solution comes from Sinn. I created a solution. I've got this black PVD coated clasp that I grabbed a long time ago, and I love it. It gets me the perfect fit on this Sinn bracelet. And why do I love it? Well, let's take a look. Here are 6, count them, 6 micro adjust holes. Mind you, there's no diver's extension, but let's be real, no one's really diving with these. More so, I'd say probably 95, 96% of us actually just desk dive. So for me, that was a feature I was willing to give up, but I got 6 micro adjust holes, which means I'm able to get the perfect fit. If it gets too hot, not a problem, I can move it. If it gets too cold, I'm at the right spot. This is also milled. It's not cheaply stamped, right? So you've got a double clasp, right? And then you've got, what is this? Push openers. And it's milled, so it's nice and strong, and it gives off the quality that is expected of a watch at this price point, right? I mean, it's unreal. And then check this out, it snaps and you're good, and it's secure, and you feel like this is a complete watch now. I've always felt that the Sinn's bracelets, very comfortable, don't get me wrong, very comfortable if you can get the right fit. So in the past, especially on the U1 Professional, on the UX, GSG9 that I've had, and the videos are up on my channel, you are kind of in a spot where if you don't get the perfect fit right away, you don't have many options. You either add a link or subtract a link, and you've only got 3 holes. So you've only got this much to figure out. If they add maybe a 4th hole, you'd be fine. So I think moving forward, if I do get any Sinns, until they actually make an improvement to their clasps, I'll just probably, grab them in black, because finding a clasp that matched the color of the tegimented steel that's not PVD coated was hard. I couldn't do it. I also tried drilling a 4th hole, or I had a watchmaker try, and it's a small 1.2 millimeter hole. Couldn't do it. It's just too hard. Plus the clasp itself is too tiny, and it just didn't work out. So anyways, getting it back on, let me do a wrist shot. Here it is, and we'll zoom out a little bit. And you can see it's beautiful. It wears really well, and it sits so well now with this. It's got just a little bit. I like to wear it just a little bit where it can move, but not too tight so that I'm not being pinched. Yeah, and again, let's see if we can get into that dial. There you go. All right, I guess that's it. Thank you all for joining me in brief overview of the Sinn U2W. Thank you.